In this session of the EDI, we will discuss the main control screen and how to process both incoming and outgoing documents. Once you sign in to the Electronic Data Interchange module, go to Transaction, Main Control Screen. The main control screen acts as the main console to monitor and process the incoming and outgoing EDI documents. The screen is divided into three major sections: the inbox and the inbox archive folder, outbox and outbox archive, and the document list on the left hand side. In the document list, the default setting is set to the incoming documents. If you switch or if you select outgoing documents or transaction, the document list will be changed accordingly to reflect the standard outgoing documents. Now, when you receive an incoming document, you will see that reflected in the inbox. If you click to expand your inbox and there is an incoming file, you will see that incoming file listed there based on the name set up in your network or WAN. To receive this file, right-click the mouse on the file name and choose Receive. Aria EDI will start receiving the file, translating the information. Once the EDI file is received, it will be moved to the archive folder and renamed to a sequence number. This will be the EDI file number received and moved to your archive folder. Hit OK to confirm. Now the system will ask you whether if you want to acknowledge the received EDI file. You can choose yes to generate the FA, the outgoing acknowledgement for that file. You can as well print an acknowledgement report for that file at this moment, or you can choose to print it later on from the output menu. Once the process is done, the file will be moved to your archive subfolder. To see what documents or transaction received on that file, expand the archive folder and locate the file number that have been just received. Now, once you highlight the file number that has been received and archived, on the left hand panel you will see the documents within that file. So as you can see, the plus sign here indicate that there is an 850 purchase order, there is an 860 purchase order modify, and there is a 997 incoming functional acknowledgement. So those are the only documents that are received or validated within the selected EDI file. Furthermore, to start processing and translate the EDI document within the EDI file, click to expand the required document and you will see the details of that document. Once you click any document, like here I double click on the 850 purchase order, you will see in the lower section of the screen the detailed information about that specific transaction. So this is a purchase order number 123-04503 received from and your partner name, the status accepted when received. So the next step would be to process these documents received in that EDI file. To do that, you can either highlight the entire document type or folder and drag it to the process button, or if you would like to process single transaction one by one, you can highlight the specific transaction, right click the mouse and choose process. So I'll choose here to process that specific purchase order number. Now Aria EDI will start translating the EDI information into a temporary EDI order. It asks you here about what warehouse location you would like to receive or to process this order in. Once you do that, click Proceed. And now that specific transaction for that customer or partner will be either received and processed, or it will be rejected if there is any EDI translation errors. In our example here, the transaction has been rejected. So let us see how to detect and recover the errors that happened. Go to the same transaction that you have just processed, right click the mouse and choose check for errors. The system will here print a report with the error description that caused this transaction to reject. So from what we see here on that report, there is a UPC number not found. So the system tells that there is item not found. It gives the UPC number, the style related, the color, the size, and the quantity ordered. After you correct all the errors and generate the required UPCs, go back to your inbox archive folder, locate the file number that you want to reprocess. Once you highlight the file number, locate the document type and expand to see the included transaction. This is our PO that we need to reprocess. So right click the mouse and choose reprocess. Like before, select the warehouse location and click proceed. This time, because we corrected the UPCs needed, the system was able to successfully generate the related temporary EDI order number. Hit OK to accept. Now the system will update the status of this specific document or transaction. So as it shows in the lower part of the screen, it's now processed as temporary EDI order number. You can inquire this temporary order number from Aria XP, transaction, sales order module, EDI temporary order. Now the final step to have this EDI order permanently updated into the system, you can either right click the mouse on that specific transaction and choose update, or if you have multiple purchase orders within that file, you can highlight the entire node of the 850 document, drag and drop it to the update button, and that will generate and update the status of the selected purchase order documents to an updated status. So now if we expand the PO and we'll check again the purchase order related, you will see the status has been changed to updated as sales order number, and now this is the permanent order number that you can inquire from Aria XP, transaction, sales order module, sales order transaction. Please note that the update process only is applicable to the 850 document. Other document types like the 997 functional acknowledgement, you just need to process such information. So here if I want to process the 997, I can expand the node of the 997 document, right click on the selected document and choose process, or like what we did in the 850 document, you can highlight the entire node, drag and drop it to the process button. This will process the related information for that specific document type. Now, as we mentioned in the beginning, the EDI main control screen serves as the main console for both incoming or outgoing documents. So if you want to switch to the outgoing documents, click on outgoing transaction. The document list represented will now represent the outgoing document types like the 810 invoice, 856 advanced ship notice, 870 order status report, and so on. One of the important features in the main control screen is the ability to filter the transaction. So if you would like to narrow down or to set your criteria for a specific document type, click on the filter option. Here you will have the opportunity to select by various options like the type of the partner, either customer or factor. You can select at specific document type or transaction type. So in our example, if I want to locate only advanced ship notice transaction type, I'll choose 856. You can further narrow down the date to a specific transaction date. And the status either not sent, sent, or both. Not sent means that you will see only the transactions that have never been sent from before. However, in some cases, if you would like to resend a specific transaction, you need to select the sent status in that case. Lastly, you can choose either by the partner code, or you can choose a specific transaction number or numbers that you want the filter to gather. I'll click here on the transaction number, and as you can see, the system collected the transaction only for the selected account or the selected trading partner. Select all the ASN or the document types that you want to send. When finished selecting all the transactions, click Set Filter to apply the criteria. Now in the Documents panel, you will see only the document type and transaction numbers that fall within the criteria that you have selected. To send the entire transactions within the selected document type, highlight the document type and drag and drop it to the Process button. This will process the entire list of transactions within the selected document type. To process transactions individually, highlight the needed transaction, then right-click the mouse and select Send. This will process only the selected transaction within the document type. Once the process is complete, the system will generate the EDI outgoing file and place it under the Outbox folder. The van will pick up the outgoing file from there and transmit it to your EDI partner. The same process applies to any other outgoing documents. Based on your selection criteria in the filter screen, you will be able to generate files for other document types like the invoice 810, 855 order acknowledgement, 856 ASN, and so on.